Hey Icon, my name's Shane. I'm here to tell you guys why I'd be a great addition to the family. I remember the first time I heard a drum and bass track, I immediately fell in love with it. For several years, I went to research as much as I could, go and create a library of drum and bass songs of all different kinds. I started listening to liquid drum and bass, neurofunk drum and bass, dance floor, everything I could find. So after I'd been DJing for about a year or two, I was at a party with a couple of friends of mine, and I had one of my mixes playing. And I remember Troy came up to me and he was kind of like running around the party asking a few people like, yo, whose mix is his? Like, eventually I found him, started talking about it or whatever. And it turns out that night was when we went to start talking about like how he made drum and bass and how he was a producer. He went to Icon, and that was one of the turning points in my life where I realized that was something I really wanted and needed to do. Right around that time of that party, I'd seen that Troy was on Facebook looking for some people to go to EDC with. So I, on a whim, invited him to come with me and my group and stuff. And we went and we had a blast, and it just kind of seemed like every single set we saw was just us critiquing it and inspired by it. We just like heard every transition, like really feeling everything that we were watching. And it was that moment that we knew that we could probably get together and work something out and start making some music. After that first session, I came straight home from work for the next couple weeks, and every single day I'd drive 40 miles just to come to his studio, and we'd work together. Every night I'd stay late, and I work 5 a.m. every single morning, a construction job. And it never really seemed like work when I'd come down here. It just felt like something that I wanted to do. I didn't care how tired I was, I didn't care what I had going on. I would cancel other plans to go come make music with him. It just felt right. There's been a few points in my life where I've really known what I needed to do. One of the first few times that's happened so far was when I first stepped my foot into Icon. I was with Troy, and I was really intimidated, honestly. There was a lot of fear that set inside, but at the end, like, I kind of grounded myself and realized this is exactly where I want to be. After that point where I first went to Icon and worked, we were in the studio day in and day out, whether that be at Icon, whether that be in the home studio. All the way up until the second point in my life where I knew that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life and make a career out of this and just love what I do every day. And that was when we won the EDC Discovery Project. I remember when I first found out that we had won the project, I was actually sleeping. I'd gotten home from a long day at work and I was super tired and I was knocked out, and Troy called me and he was just screaming. Like, I couldn't even make out what he was saying, and he was just like, dude, we won! We totally won! And I thought he was joking. I was like, dude, stop it. You're messing with me, like, stop it. And when it clicked that we had actually won, like, I started bawling. I remember going through the contents of the email and everything just stopped. It just made sense. I had to enter this contest and I had to put my all into it, because honestly I wouldn't be where I am